Hi there, friends. Greetings from Kopangan Island, Thailand. We are now in the Southeast Asia. I mean, I'm saying we, Evita Ramparte, and a special greetings to my American friends who I left behind me. I love you guys. I miss you so much, so much, so much. So I'm still getting used to here lifestyle, tropical lifestyle, and all the wildlife that exists here. It's very exciting. And speaking about wildlife, Matt Bankis is here with me, and bam, did we just disappear from internet? Yes.
That's okay.
Bomb. We are reappearing and disappearing here. This is how it rolls. It seems like you cannot have tropical lifestyle and stable Wi-Fi. Hello, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, yep, we've got you.
Hello, Matt, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can
Can
hear
you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
So anyways, greetings from Kopangan Island, and we're about to go into an interview. Matt, I cannot see you right now.
You can't see me
Okay,
right
all
now.
right. I hope our audience can see you because I cannot.
I can see both of us perfect. It's on the
So
screen.
anyways, let me introduce to you here. Let me introduce you Matt Bankis. And Matt, can we see you?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All righty, cool. So we are broadcasting on Facebook. Please, everybody. So if we didn't get your attention yet, I hope we are getting it right now. So check it out. This blue ocean here. This is actually from my deck. Okay, just like I sleep over there, and we go to the beach over here. So that's the paradise we landed, and over here with me, I have a special guest, Matthew Bankis. Matt Bankis, saying hi to you in Australia. Yes? Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
Is everything going right? Matt,
Thanks.
hello?
Thanks, Evita. And yeah, it looks absolutely
Oh God,
beautiful over
did
there.
I lose him?
I've
Did
got
I
you.
lose you, Matt?
No, I've still got you. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely. So,
Beautiful.
so Matt,
Yes.
yes, I can. Yes. I can see it's very cold down there in Australia. Is it?
Yeah, I've got my my
Are
fire
you
going.
freezing? Are you
Yeah.
freezing? Alrighty, it's cold. So let us send you sunshine.
Bring it all. Yeah, that's okay. I'm in the Sunshine Coast most of the time in Queensland, so I've got
Well,
lots of
sending
sunshine.
you sunshine and lots of warmth, tropical warmth.
Absolutely.
So, wonderful. So to all of my friends and followers who don't know Matt, I just wanted to tell you, friends, I just wanted to say I am proud to introduce Matt. Matt was not good enough and feeling inadequate and not loving himself, and it led him in his life. It led him down spiral. It led him into addiction, into a sort of into all sorts of turmoil in life. And however, he is here now because he has overcome all of it, and he stepped into contribution and inspiration to get the message of personal power, personal confidence and love of yourself out to you, so you can also embrace yourself and self-parent yourself, not crying over yourself, not waiting for anyone else, and find the love within you. So anyways, Matt, saying hi to you. Please share a little bit about your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate connecting with yourself,
Hello.
Eva. Yeah, I can hear you all good. Can you hear me all right? I think there's a bit of a delay. I think there's a few second delay. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. So I think there's a few second delay, so
Mm-hmm.
that's
I
all right.
can hear.
We'll just work with the delay, and that's like you said, Avita. It's a part of living the tropical lifestyle, and jumping around from here to there is like we work with what we got, and sometimes Wi-Fi isn't on top of the priority list, but it's our duty to
Yes.
share our gifts and share what we've got with everyone else as well. So that's why we put up with the Wi-Fi in order to get the message across and to share with you guys. So I can't wait to join you, Avita, over in there in Thailand as soon as
Mhm.
possible. But yeah, look, thank you so much for wanting to spend some time with me and to share my story and what I'm doing with your network and the people that you sort of love and care for as well. Because for me, like, it's been a big transformation from where I was a few years ago to where I am now, what I'm doing, outwardly, but mostly inwardly. And it went from basically, like you said, self-sabotage, self-destruction, addicted to drugs, to alcohol, to overeating, just you name it. I just would do whatever I could to get that quick fix, short-term gratification, because there were holes within me that I didn't know how to fill, and there were spaces within me that I just hadn't addressed yet. And so, going through the last few years of really turning inward and getting guidance from mentors and from coaches and from people around, reading a lot of books, doing a lot of study, doing a lot of my own sort of inner reflection. Um, it has been a huge journey of transformation, and I'm really excited to be on somewhat of the other side of that transformation, and in a position now where I can share my journey with others, share the processes that I went through that really profoundly impacted me, and help others on their journey to be and do and have whatever they want in life. Because there was a point in time where I really saw no light at the end of the tunnel, which I was willing to say goodbye to it all. And I know that a lot of people are in that space or have been there as well. But I think it's our duty, once we've overcome our own inner demons, to share with the world what we did to do that, and share with them how they can do that as well. So that's why I love being a coach. I love connecting with people. I love getting deep with people, and just watching people turn what they don't think is real into something magical in their own lives as well. Yeah.
Mhm. So you see, Matt, I am personally, I'm very excited about us creating retreats together and working together.
Yeah.
Partially because a lot of my audience, that has been a lot of people that have been following me, are stuck with addiction, are stuck with food addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction,
Yeah.
whatever. And I feel that you, having overcome that, you realize you can hold their hands and guide them out of the tunnel.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, by the way, I think there's about a 10 to 20-second delay on this video.
What do you feel? What do you feel is number one most? There's 10 to 20 seconds. Okay, so friends, count 10, 20 seconds, and we'll be back in case if we disappear. Yes. So, what do you feel is the most important thing that someone has to realize in order to find the light, the guiding light? And if there is this moment when they're hitting the tunnel, like you said, like there's no light there, what could be the biggest source? Where to look for the light? Where to look for strength?
Yeah, fantastic. So there was a couple of things. One thing that a coach of mine said to me was that he said, Matt, even if you're not religious, you still need to have faith. And when I couldn't find it within myself, I just looked around at me at what other people had and what other people were doing, and I recognized that there's so many people that are doing so many amazing things. There's so many people that have overcome situations far more extreme to what mine was and what I was in, that I knew that if it could be done by one person, then it could be done by many. And so I went and I sourced my inspiration from people outside of me for quite some time when I couldn't find it within myself. But I think for me, like, I'm very fortunate as well, because I've sort of got this thing that was always with me, which I don't think is with a lot of people, which I wish it was, and I'm sure it is deep down. But I would just go off if I was really depressed or feeling sad or down about something at times. I would be able to go for a walk and literally look at a tree or look at a plant or a butterfly or a bird and just be in awe at the uniqueness of that thing, that it was the only one of its kind ever to be on the planet up until this point and ever will be. And I found a lot of beauty in that. And so even when I was feeling really shit, I could take the focus outside and off myself. And when I wasn't focused on my own shit, it made things okay. It was only I recognized that when I was really focused on myself and what I thought was my own limitations in life, that I felt really depressed and shit. So that was a first step, and to go one step beyond that, the real catalyst that really got me from this guy walking around looking at trees and butterflies to stop being sad, to actually and someone who was empowered to move forwards and really start to overcome some addictions and limitations and self-sabotages, was when our mentor, again, Marshall Thurber, amazing coach of mine, he shared this simple lesson that so many people have heard so many times, but just living above the line and stop blaming, stop justifying, stop putting shame on myself, and just take 100% responsibility for my entire world. And when that lesson sunk in, and when that actually sat with me, that I don't have to blame things, and when I blame something, I'm giving it power, and I'm completely stripping myself of my own power. And when I actually reframe that and tell myself that I choose everything, I choose this, I choose that, I choose my weaknesses, my strengths, my past, my future, I choose it all. When I completely take ownership of that, then that empowers me to do something different or to ask higher quality questions and start to shift my thought patterns, which will shift my behaviors. And it's such a simple, fun, foundational sort of lesson. Just take ownership and take responsibility. But that's the one thing that I see most people not doing. It's the one thing that even all the coaches and all the mentors and speakers and wealthy people and business people that are doing well, seemingly, where they fall down is they don't do this thing. They keep blaming shit, or they keep justifying themselves, or they keep putting shame on themselves, and it keeps digging them into that hole and they don't get out of it. And so, as deep as we can go with consciousness and evolution, really keeping it so simple and helping people just to stop fucking making excuses and to take ownership is such an empowering process, I find. And that's what helped me the most, I think, to start with.
That's powerful. You can have reasons or results, right?
Yeah.
And all those thoughts, all those patterns of blame, guilt, shame, all the judgments we put on others or on ourselves, they are actually reasons, right?
Yeah.
Why is all of this happening? And it's very interesting. So you taking 100% responsibility for your situation, rather than saying to yourself, I'm a victim of circumstances.
Yeah.
You found it empowering. Yes, I find it very, very illuminating, because we live in times where we are living in times right now where in the Western world it's very popular to be a victim. It's like a victim contest almost, right? We see it on social media, and I feel that is only digging us deeper into feeling into feeling bad, into weakness.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And I feel that Matt, as I said, I'm very excited to work with you during our frequency evolution retreats.
Me too.
And because I feel that part of raising our vibration higher will be acknowledging, yes, I have created all the mess. Yes, I've created all of this. That's how freaking creative I am. I created the mess in my marriage, the mess in my kid, the mess in my, in my business, in my whatever the areas are that are not working for you. Yeah. Who the heck created that? we did, right?
Yeah.
So that means we human beings are freaking creative. And if we're able to create a bunch of, dysfunctional relationships, dysfunctional situations, we're also very, very intelligent, and we can actually employ highly creative powers to create something amazing. Yes.
Absolutely.
And today, yeah, and Matt, when I watch you on Facebook and on social media, and I see when you are hosting the Daily Bee show, I can see exactly that you are getting out of your self-centeredness, self-absorbed world, because a lot of times that world, if we shut down inside that world of, am I good enough? Am I not good enough? Oh, either the ego can completely mind fuck with us, right?
Yeah.
And one of the greatest, the most beautiful healing processes that happen is when we focus on service to others.
Yeah.
When we step out of that little world of me, significant and significance. And I see that this is exactly what you're doing. You're giving spotlight to other people. You're coming out from a place of how can I help? How can I inspire you? How can I touch you? How can I move you? And so on. Yes. And at that point, it's really not, it's not really important if we are good enough, as long as we come out and become alive in the world of others. Yeah. And that's
100%.
why I feel that it would be so fun to see you in action, coaching people during our retreats and so on.
Yeah.
And I hope that you will coach me also.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the so what is your dream right now? Let me just ask you, what is your biggest dream in life?
Depends.
Where is Matt Behnke heading? You've overcome so much. You've overcome drug addiction, alcohol addiction, self-loathing, and so on. Alrighty, and you've chosen to be of service to others.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So it depends on what level you want to speak on, but
hello. Did we lose the internet?
No. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Alrighty, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's just I think it's a big delay, so we'll work with it. But I've got infinite dreams and outlooks on life, but on the shorter term, I'm wanting to just learn to express myself and be creative in different ways that I can share the lessons that have come past me and that have helped me. I just want to see them continue to flow onto others. So, for example, I've got this big bookshelf of all the courses and all the books and all the things that I've learned. And I woke up one day and I just felt like this big bookshelf was basically this stagnant pool of energy that was sitting there. And I needed to open the floodgates and just let that energy flow out. And that's why I did start sharing stuff online and why I did lean towards becoming a coach, because I had all this backed up, built up information that was I dammed up with myself, and I needed to let it out and let it flow. So I just want to be as creative as I possibly can, continue to push myself out of my comfort zone and express myself and be vulnerable and use my creativity just to express what's going on within me, to express the different experiences that I have in life, to share experiences with the people that I love and care about, and just to continue to just love this life that we got an opportunity to experience as a human being. It's just phenomenal. So on a more tangible level, I mean, I'd love to see that turn into like an international public speaking career where I can travel around the world and speak to people on stages all around the world. I'd love to continue to do these retreats that we're starting up and do these together. And I can see myself traveling around and running retreats every 2 to 3 months in different locations around the world, and really getting the traveler's bug and itching that and going and seeing a lot of the world, and just continuing to grow an amazing team of people around me. So like-minded people that are just on the same path, that want to have a similar or the same impact, that love collaborating together, that are willing to feel the fear and do it anyway, and just who are willing to go hard and just fucking
it's
express themselves as
there's
much as possible.
Mhm. Yeah, we've seen one post about of you speaking at the Times Square in New York City.
Yes. Yeah. So for my
It's like
vision.
one possibility in the future. Hello, can
Yep.
you hear?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, friends who are watching this, yes, a lot of you struggle with addiction to junk food. Okay,
Mm.
and here we would like to come and be of service. And I am confident more than anything, more than ever, I was that bringing Matt, who used to be addicted to much harder substances than just Coke, and pizza. Okay,
Although I was
I'm
addicted to
pretty
Coke and pizza
confident.
as well.
Yeah, Coke and pizza also, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Fucking
right. But
amazing.
I'm confident that your love affair with toxic food is gonna go bye bye when you hang
Mm.
out with this guy, because
Yeah.
he is going to show you why, like what is it inside you that causes that void that you're actually filling in, that you're trying to numb yourself. Yes.
Mm. Yeah,
And
definitely.
Matt, tell us a little bit about loving yourself, because I can see that your message is a lot about loving yourself and leadership, stepping out into the world and being a leader in today's world. A lot of
Mm.
times we're being fooled to believe that leaders are only those people who are on television, right? Where wherever you are, wherever you are, if you actually step into inspiring others, igniting others,
Yeah.
you are stepping into leadership. So
Yeah.
so I love the fact that you are calling it that way, because that's exactly what it is,
Yeah.
right? So tell us a
Absolutely.
little bit about loving yourself.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
do you understand as a man? What does it mean to you, loving yourself?
Means a lot of different things. So
How the,
I'll tell you a story that I caught up with a few friends recently, and one of them was telling me about how she started to do some drawings recently, and it just made her feel so good. And she loved just being in her own room, just drawing in a notepad. And she wasn't sure if she was going to sell them or if she wanted to show anybody, but she just knew that she loved drawing, right? And her partner was sort of encouraging her to get it out there and to show more people and to sell it. But one of the things that I've really recognized is that if you are just being yourself and doing what makes that fills your cup up and nourishes you, when by her being in her own space and drawing and just making herself feel amazing because she's just doing something that she loves, when she goes out into the street and walks around that day, the way that she approaches the lady in the coffee shop, the way she handles her kids at school, the way that she deals with the person walking past on the side of the street, is her vibration and her frequency of just the way that she holds herself is so much higher because she's being a creative, she's loving herself and doing what fills her cup, compared to just doing something because she wants to make money from it, doing it something because she needs to put food on the table. And so I think that so many of us are caught up in maintaining our responsibilities, in pleasing other people, keeping other people satisfied, including the views of society, okay, or our parents or our religions. And so I think just really recognizing what fills our cup and what really nourishes us, what our personality type is, and what sort of frustrates us, and what makes us happy, what makes us excited, and what makes us sad. Like really starting to learn about ourselves. Like we go to university for 5 years to study one subject, right? Or we go to to high school for 12 years to learn just general common knowledge, yet personal development is just personally developing and actually learning more about ourselves. And so the more that we, again, turn inward and really start to focus on who we are, then we get to really understand how to use this machine that we've got in the best way possible, so that when it comes to interacting with other people and communicating, when it comes to building and forming and maintaining relationships, when it comes to building and growing business, whatever it is, we're approaching it in such a more resourceful, harmonious, peaceful, loving way, because we're coming from a space that we know is nourishing towards ourselves first and foremost. And to get a little bit hippy dippy woo woo on you, everything outside of us is just an outer representation of what's going on inside of us anyway. So it's funny, like we talk about self-love, but for me, self-love doesn't stop with like the guy in the mirror. I see everyone and identify everything outside of me as the self. And so the amount that I love you is equal to the way that I love me, because we are one and the same. And so I use my exterior world as a mirror and as a reflection of how much love I truly do have for myself. Because if I'm hating on the traffic, or I'm hating on my neighbor, or I'm hating on the dog that's barking next door, well, then there's a little bit of hate within me towards myself. And so that's where I find the outer world is a really good judge of my character, to recognize within myself how much animosity I have towards the world / myself, or how much love I'm really projecting out and also to myself as well. And at our retreats, we're going to be able to go into a lot of depth and detail into how to really embody this and how to start practicing that, so that you can literally walk around life like you're on cloud nine in a blissful state. And it doesn't mean that you don't feel frustration or anger or sadness, but it means that these emotions are met with love, because you recognize that they're a necessary part of this amazing experience of a human life we've got. And instead of it feeling like no light at the end of the tunnel through this anger, and the anger is all there is, it's actually a beautiful gift that's being given to us, and we get to journey through those emotions and actually allow ourselves to feel pissed off or frustrated or sad, if that's what we're going through, and actually be thankful and enjoy the fact that we've got the opportunity to go through them, as well as ecstasy and happiness and love and joy as well. So yeah, it's a very, very deep topic, and most people. I'll give you one last metaphor with love that I think has really epitomized it for me recently, which is love is like water. Okay, even what Hitler did and the Nazis. Okay, that's like ice. It's a really dense, concentrated form of love. It was still built out of love for Nazis, love for blonde, blue-eyed Germans. Okay, so that was a dense love, right? Now that's one form of love. Water, a bit more flowy. Now that's where I see most people's love. That's where my love has been most of the time, is where it flows up and down, in and out. It's like, I love my mom and my sister and my brother, and I love my dog. I love my cousins a little bit, and my friends I kind of like a lot, but I don't like the neighbor. I hate the traffic. I hate Nazis. And so there's this hierarchy of love, right? Of the ones I love and the ones I hate. And so that's why it's like the water. But then when you transcend beyond that as well, and you recognize that, okay, actually I'm connected to nature, and nature's a part of me, and a byproduct of that is everything is a part of me. Well, then my love naturally has to spill out and float through everything. There's no beginning and end point to what I love deeply and what I despise. It's all one and the same. And so that's where this love in the form of smoke and steam seeps through everything. And I think that's a beautiful metaphor to explain love in its simplest form.
Powerful.
Yeah, it impacted me.
Powerful. Yeah, this is something very transcendental. This is something very transcendental. And again, it makes me think of how many concepts we have actually inherited from media and from movies, and from everything that we see on the screen, up from it and actually land in nature. So we are inviting you, friends, to come and escape the rat race for a while, and come meet Matt and myself, and also our friend Krista, in a natural setting. Absolutely. Where nature will overpower you, where nature will charm you and seduce you to go into gratitude, appreciation, and when the frequencies of nature will be healing, just like you described, Matt. Yes, in the worst moments in your life, you managed to you found strength and presence. Yeah. Looking at a tree, looking at looking at different phenomena in nature, right? Nature continues no matter what. Mother Earth recycles itself and transcends itself, and so on. That's right. And there is an ancient Taoist wisdom that says nature is healing. So we're going to escape together in nature, and coaching from Matt, and also in a group setting as well as in a private setting, in one-on-one session. And I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
Me too. Absolutely.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. You're frozen, but I can hear you. Yeah, there we go. Yes.
So I hope that our friends can hear the waves of the ocean. It is so beautiful here. It's
I have recorded this as well, so we might upload it just to see if the recording's any different to the live feed, if the live feed's too jumpy. But yeah, there's more to come.
Sounds good. So anyways, friends, if you have any questions, please post your comments here below, and I will, I would like Matt to be available to chat with you and answer your questions. Absolutely. And if you feel like joining us in Thailand in November for a retreat, please click on the link that we're going to post below here and fill out an application. It's an exclusive event where we're going to gather an amazing group of people that will create beautiful dynamics. And Matt is going to interview you when you apply. So that will be the first opportunity to go and talk with him. And Matt is going to look at your goals, where you're heading in life, and he's going to see how he can help you and how our team can help you to get there. Yes. So thank you, Matt, and greetings from Thailand, sending warm weather to Sydney, to Melbourne, Australia.
Thank you, Evita.
Sending warm weather to wherever you are, to the south, and to all your friends. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.